What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris with Game 2 between Team Empire and Team Liquid on the Radiant and Dire respectively. This is from the Premier League Season 4, and, well, we already have some picks coming out pretty quickly. Darkseer, Nyx, pretty standard bands, as well as Undying. Lone Druid, a more tailored band to Team Liquid, still a very powerful hero. Get a lot of lane control, and I believe it's TC on Liquid who plays a very good Lone Druid. And I still don't know if Skype is picked up by Fraps, but I just got messaged. A Skype message doesn't look very important, so I'm just going to ignore that. Team Empire taking Game 1 using a silencer on Go Black. That actually worked really well, and Team Liquid unfortunately weren't able to get enough farm. Team Empire got more farm on all of their lanes, despite the fact that Team Liquid were ahead in kills for a good portion of that game. And that is probably why it's Team Liquid banning out that Darkseer once again. I believe it was Funnick who was playing the Darkseer. I cast the other game yesterday, so excuse my poor memory. But he did very well against the Clockwork, and looks like Team Liquid going to go for the Clockwork once again with the CK Wisps combo. I don't think I have to tell you much about the CK Wisps combo. It has been pretty much the stable combo to go for ever since Wisp was introduced, and Team Empire, one of the teams that really pioneered that Wisp play. I think it was Pulse or Skone's Elite, used to be one of my favorite teams. Also, we're very heavy on that Wisp, but nowadays everyone's picking up the Wisps. You really have to either take it for yourself or ban it, and that's exactly what Liquid are going to do. Have that powerful Wisp CK combo, very, very high mobility on that pair, as well as global initiation. Combine that with the Clockwork, and they have, well, everyone is going to be initiating. And they already have their primary farmer, the CK. Although Team Liquid, TC, Korok, and Bulba, they usually pick up a little bit more farm-oriented hero. Team Empire, with their picks, Keeper of the Light, Batrider, as well as the Bane Elemental, will have a lot of control in the fights. Bane as well as Batrider will go through any BKB that Team Liquid may or may not pick up. As well, and then you have the Keeper of the Light to have a whole bunch of lane control, offer that good support for what looks like is going to be a tri-lane for Team Empire. Bane and Keeper of the Light both work very well in a tri-lane, so all they need to do is pick up their primary hard carry. Might end up going up against the CK, however, so you have to be careful about that. Team Liquid doing a very smart thing, banning out the Lifestealer. Not only is he a very powerful hero, but his slow is very, very good in combination with the Keeper of the Light, and also the Rage is one of the best counters to the CK, just because nowadays, or since, what, 2 patches ago, CK's stun now takes like forever to fly in the air, and when you're Lifestealer, you see that coming, pop off that Rage, and, well, nothing happens at all, so you're free to attack. Bans, more bans coming out. Team Liquid obviously banning out those carry heroes, seeing that all 3 of their picks so far, Team Empire's that is, are more support-oriented, and Team Empire gonna ban out, once again, most of Fluff's heroes, so Fluff is gonna have his picks a little bit restricted. Team Liquid still need to get another support, as well as a potential mid lane. Although, with CK and Wisp, that is a pretty standard mid-lane combo. We might see some rotation from Empire if Team Liquid want to lane a dual lane mid. I do believe that once again it's going to be Clockwork on that hard lane. Nowadays, since Clockwork's picked up a lot more, that's typically his place. You don't really need him as a primary farmer, and he could handle the long lane. Cog's a very powerful defensive tool. Then you have that Rocket Flare. Last hit from a mile away. So he's a capable hero there, and I don't think Team Liquid are going to be interested in laning it any other way. Their final carry ban is going to be the Luna. And Team Empire, what is going to be their last ban? They've already banned out one jungler, as well as Fluff's signature hero, the Visage. Team Liquid, as well as Team Empire, actually, have a good deal of stuns. Sometimes you should see these lineups where there's no stuns whatsoever. The last support ban is going to be the Shadow Demon. But Team Empire, they're very much a single target focused setup once again. Batrider, Firefly, Flame Break, of course, could do some AoE damage. But really it's going to be about getting that initiation, following up with the Fiend's Grip on some other deadly target, and hoping that Clockwork doesn't interrupt the Fiend's Grip. Clockwork is one of the best counters to Bane Elemental. You get right in his face, and once you have that battery assault on, Bane Elemental will not be able to cast his Fiend Grip for, what, 5 seconds, or as long as you can keep yourself near the enemy. So it's 5 seconds guaranteed by Cogs, or eventually 8 seconds, which is pretty outrageous when you think about it. Like, Sprout is, what, 4 seconds? This is 8. That's That's pretty ridiculous. And then you have Battery Assault as well. So no Fiend's Grip is going to come out from the Bane if the Clockwork is on point. But even then, CK and Wisp combination, that's a lot of range on that stun, the Reality Rift Tether combination. So Bane Elemental is going to be hard-pressed to get off of Fiend's Grip this game. And Team Liquid, they're taking their time. What's going to be their pickup? They could go for a solo safe lane hero. Would have liked to have the lone druid in such a situation. Or they could choose to lane the CK as a really hard farmer.
Puck.
It is going to be a Puck, actually. So once again going for that Puck pick. It was played pretty well by Korok last game. He had some pretty good Dream Coils early game. They were always on like 3 or 4 heroes. And looks like it is once again going to be Puck versus the Batrider. That fight was not one that was won by... That fight was not a fight that was won by Korok in that last game. So Liquid, I don't know, they might be interested in switching it up just a little bit, possibly putting the Clockwork in the mid lane and then having a Puck solo. It's a little bit dicey. If you put the Puck in the safe lane, then that could be fine. Team Empire are going to do classic Team Empire shenaniganry. They're going to lane the Clinks, so what that says is that they're going to go aggressive tri-lane. What Team Empire love to do is slap Funnick onto that Clinks, put him in the safe lane. And Clinks is one of those heroes that could hold down a lane by himself unless he's up against a duel or tri-lane. But in a 1v1 situation, which it most likely is going to be, it's going to probably be Clockwork versus Clinks. Clinks is going to have the time of his life. Going to rush up that fast Orchid, go hunting for Pucks and Wisps.
10 seconds remaining.
Team Empire does this quite often, and it works most of the time actually. Unless they actually have this Clinks shut down. If Team Liquid shut down the Clinks, then that's really the only way to deal with it. Otherwise, Clinks usually gets a lot of farms because it's very hard to gank. Mobility and, of course, the invisibility that he gets from Skeleton Walk is such a pain in the ass. Team Liquid have enough stuns. They also have a silence, so they definitely have enough crowd control to deal with this Clinks, at least until Clinks gets his BKB, where he'll be able to right-click with a little bit more freedom. Team Empire, they still need their primary hard carry. And really, there's not many fantastic tri-lane hard carries left. Team Liquid, their last pick is going to be the Windrunner. Could we be seeing a support Windrunner from Team Liquid? I think we might. And CK is definitely the only person on this team who needs a whole lot of farm. He's probably going to go with the Wisp. I don't know, Team Liquid seems to have themselves set up for 4 lanes. But, of course, there are only 3. No one on their team is actually a great jungler. And, ooh, it's going to be Silencer once again. Oh, yes. Okay, Team Empire, they're going with Silencer. They saw it was effective last game, but this time they're going to run it a little bit differently. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was just an experimentation kind of thing from Empire this entire set. This time it's going to be Blow Your Brain, not Go Black, playing that Silencer. Blow Your Brain is the primary hard carry player for Empire, so it is going to be a tri-lane of Bane Elemental, Keeper of the Light, as well as the Silencer. And you saw how much damage that Silencer did in that last tri-lane. Level 1 in Last Word, let me just show it to you. Level 1, 3 second silence, 150 damage for 115 mana. That is absolutely insane. And even if you're concentrating on getting the farm, even if you're not always zoning out, that damage is still going to come out, because even though he is a carry, he's being played as carry, he's going to be maxing out that Last Word. You can see him already picking up 1 point in that. So, a very, very interesting switch up by Empire. Let's see if it's going to take Liquid for a loop. Anyway, Empire, the rest of their team, it's going to be Scandal playing that Batrider, Funnick, of course, on that Clinks. Go Black is supporting this time as the Keeper, not the Silencer. Silent is the Bane Elemental, and Blow Your Brain, of course, the Silencer. On the Liquid side, we have Korok once again playing that Puck, Bulba once again on that Clockwork, TC hard carrying it up on the CK, IX Mike, 88 on the Wisp, and following up it is Fluff. Looks like he is going to go for a support build. So support Windrunner, they just want a lot more stun. That is exactly what they get. Of course, they didn't expect that Silencer last pick, so there's no real way to prep for that Global Silence. But CK is one of the heroes that can prep against Global Silence, especially once he gets the BKB. But just popping off the Phantasm beforehand, or any spells beforehand, and then his right click, it hits pretty hard. Even if he can't cast any of his spells, it is going to be a little bit harder to keep up with the opponents, of course. But he should be able to manage with when that Global Silence pops off. Empire kind of positioning themselves in a little bit weird way to suggest that they're not actually going for what I said before. Oh, hello. But I do think that it is going to end up being an aggressive tri-lane for them. Bulba going to run into Go Black as well as Funnick, take a good amount of last hits, but now he sees what he's up against. He sees he's up against a Klinks, pretty pimpin' helm also. And I mean, he couldn't really have expected anything else. He wasn't pulled any restoratives, but he already burned a Tango, and he's just going to try to last it with the flares as best he can. But look towards Funnick getting a whole bunch of farm, already prepping a Wraith Band, having that Ring of Protection as well. It looks like it's going to be an early Aquila for him, or Aquila, or however you want to pronounce it. I don't know if there's actually a correct way to pronounce that,
Don't mind me.
so I'm just going to pronounce it however I want. Korok versus Scandal in this mid lane. Korok already setting up with the Magic Stick. That's what he did last time, but the Batrider against Puck is a matchup that favors the Batrider. You can see on this top lane, Fluff and Stuff going toe-to-toe with Silent already. In this lane, I don't know. Empire definitely have a lot more nuking potential. You can see already TC taking a huge hit from that. So Liquid, they have to bide their time. If they stick too long on the lane, then the passive harassment from having 3 ranged heroes against them is definitely going to take a toll on the Liquid HP pools. However, once the engagements really start happening, then Liquid have the potential to kill targets a lot more quickly. Because Silencer's nuke takes a little bit of time. It's, 5 seconds. It could be shorter with the spell cast, but that takes a little bit of time to wind up. Keeper of the Light will have his Illuminate up, but that also takes a little bit of time to wind up. In the meantime, they don't have any crowd control effects. The only thing that they have is Nightmare, which you can't attack people in the Nightmare, which it could set up for the Illuminate, fair enough. But Liquid, they have a slew of stuns. Windrunner will, of course, have that Shackle Shot TC with his crowd control effects, partnered up with the Wisp's Tether as well. So Liquid's team can stun, isolate, and then kill. Whereas Empire, they're mostly just firing off cannonballs, which isn't exactly a bad thing. It's going to depend on Team Liquid to pick their fights very, very carefully to make sure that they could actually stun and isolate and kill. We'll keep an eye on this top lane. I don't think anything much is going to happen on this bot lane, although Clockwork already taking some pretty heavy damage from Funnick, using those Searing Arrows to great effect. They do not draw aggro from the creep wave, so that's free harassment from him. Bulba looking to be aggressive back to Funnick. Bulba does have the HP advantage. Also, well, doesn't have more armor, but he's a pretty tanky hero. And of course, I missed that engagement while I'm watching nothing happen. IX Mike taking a good deal of damage from Bully Brain, but a 3-second stun from TC, power shotting him through. Fluff and Stuff getting a second kill. My apologies for missing that one. I don't know why the hell I was watching down there. I just said, let's take a look at this. We gotta keep my eye on the top lane, and then as soon as I say that, they decide to make stuff happen. But I'm sure you can imagine what happened. Just a stun from TC, going on to Silent, a little bit out of position, I suppose, possibly setting up the Sentry Ward. It is going to prevent the pull. Fluff is farming pretty well. Looks like more aggression is going to come the way of Liquid. Empire on the front lines. Power shotting through. Fluff. Gotta dodge those horsies. Now TC tethered up once again. He wants blood. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Go Black, Keeper of the Light. All the spirits are going to land, and the right clicks from the Wisp is actually going to do it. Silent going to take a 2-second stun. Not bad on those rolls, actually. Silent should drop. He's going to get as much damage as he can onto IX Mike, using that Brain Stab, and might keep him alive to get a kill onto the Wisp. Wisp 37 HP, and Blow Your Brain fell back just a little bit, so Wisp gets to walk away with his life. He does have a bottle coming out towards him, and when you have a bottle on the Wisp, that's not just a bottle on him, it's a bottle on the CK as well. Korok in a little bit of trouble in the mid lane. Scandal with 5 stacks of tar on that Wisp is going to pick up that kill. Is he going to drop? He pops an invisibility rune, and he gets out there like a bandit. Scandal taking a free kill in this mid lane versus the Puck. He's not dominating this lane as much as the Batrider dominated the last game as far as CS goes, but a kill will definitely put that Batrider in the lead, even more so. With Wisp, once he gets his bottle, it's going to be a lot of restoratives for TC. Most importantly, it's going to be mana for him. You saw how fast that Keeper of the Light dropped. One Reality Rift and all 5 of Wisp Spirits hit. Easy as pie. Combine that with the fact that Empire, all of these heroes are very, very soft. Bane Elemental with the most HP. But 3 int heroes versus, just 1 strength hero who's tanky enough to withstand a whole bunch of punishment. Empire, they're going to have to play a little bit more cautiously. Because CK has been very, very lucky so far, getting a max roll and then getting a 2-second stun. Not bad. Not bad at all. Of course, if it was anyone else but TC, they would be getting like 1 second, 1 second. So far, TC's been pretty lucky on those. When you're a good player, luck just favors you. Bot lane Bulba takes a pretty heavy damage. He's going for a bottle himself. We actually see a Tranquil Boots being picked up by Klings. Really reasoning behind that is so he could constantly be aggressive versus this Clockwork. Their stored is Will Flow. It might end up being a Ring of Aquila later on. He does have a Sage's Mask. Just holding that possibly for just a little bit. Or he might even go for Aquila on top of that Tranquil Boots. Regardless, Funnick is going to continue to dominate this lane. Second most gold per minute on the map. Scandal leading the way. And he does have himself a Smoke and Deceit. He's going to find Ix Mike and Fluff most likely. And he does have that lasso. However, with a tether and a shackle shot, it's going to be a little bit difficult for him to actually make something happen unless he finds TC going aggressive just like this. The Nightmare is going to open up, and here comes the Horses. Horses are going to fly, hit both on Ix Mike as well as TC. They're going to go for Silent, but the Brain Sap going to keep Silent alive just a little more, forcing it onto Silent, but there's the lasso onto TC. The right-click damage from Blow Your Brain will follow through, and Batrider picks up that kill with the Firefly. Fluff and Ix Mike make their way out. Could have been a lot worse for Liquid, but still, they lost the CK. Definitely not what you want to have happen. At least Wisp and Windrunner both kept themselves safe. Damage coming out from Empire, they could definitely have taken that Wisp. Once again, it goes down to the fact that Empire, they don't really have their stuns quite yet. No Fiend's Grip on the Bane, and Nightmare used to open up very, very early, and that was dispelled pretty quickly, actually. So Empire's lack of CC. Oh, Bulba finding a kill with Korok onto Batrider.
That's for your impertinence.
I'm just missing kills all the time right now. That's because this is one of those morning casts. Early morning class. Early morning casting, which I haven't been doing as of late because there haven't been many games, but I just realized that I was a little bit behind in this tournament, actually. There's another set that's been played, and I was not aware of it. So, probably have to get on the ball. Come on, man. Get on the ball. Ix Mike a little bit out of position. I don't know what he was doing there. But there we go. Reality Rift once again onto Go Black. 2-second stun roll from TC again. The power shot from the side is going to get that kill, and a shackle shot onto 2. Silent to Blow Your Brain. Only level 1 shackle shot. Brain Sap will keep Silent alive for just a little bit more, but the tether will stun up. Bane Elemental once again. Fluff and Stuff going to take a stack of tar, but he has 7 Magic Stick charges, plus Windrun up his sleeve. He should be fine. Although the Flame Break going to push Fluffle back into the fight. There goes the Magic Stick charges, and they're going to go once again for Blow Your Brain. Shackle Shot is going to land again on the Silencer. Even Bulba teleporting in to help out. He does not have enough mana for his hook shot, but it doesn't matter. Looks like Ix Mike is going to pick up the kill onto that Silencer, and then Batrider following through shortly after. Fluff picking up many kills, actually. 404 on him. Support Windrunner is getting a lot of farm, man. Now does have his Arcane Boots. It's even more mana for TC, so Liquid could continue to pour on this aggression. Really, no one is safe on this Empire tri-lane.
Dire's bottom towers.
I feel like the amount of stuns for Liquid just too overwhelming for Empire. Although Empire definitely have a nuking advantage with all the burst magic damage they have, it's not enough. It's not enough to cut through all this HP that TC has, especially now with Power Treads. Even with those Magic Stick charges. Empire's tri-lane this time, well, even last time it didn't do very well. But this time it's going to be a little bit better for Liquid. And now Silent is going to be safe. Clockwork actually botched his hook. And now without any more mana, he's going to take that Gene Coil stun, however. And Silent is going to drop because of that. Korok now tethered in tower range, but here comes the relocate. It's going to be only Ix Mike. Where's TC, man? Where's your friend? He gets pushed up to the high ground even. He has no more mana. He can't help Korok, and Korok got to get out of there or the Horses are going to fly through. He's going to try to Illusory Orb himself out of there. Scandal is going to get Reality Rifted pulled in, and 4-second stun. TC, the luckiest man in the world. Scandal should drop to one more hit from Korok. Is going to do the work with the Rocket Flare, actually. Korok dodging some damage from Blow Your Brain. TC on the run once again does have that stun. He's going to get a 2-second stun onto Blow Your Brain, the lowest roll possible, but hey, it's going to be enough to get a kill. Korok dodging that last blast, and the Bane Element's actually using the Nightmare to deny Blow Your Brain. Now Silent can take a mini stun from the Shackle. TC very, very low. The Horses, it will be enough to kill him. Silent with the Brain Sap keeping himself alive, and Go Black going to take some damage on his way out, but he should be fine as well. Liquid dropping a couple kills here and there, but still that mid lane went pretty well. I think they actually did pick up the Batrider, and once again Skype being a little bit loud. But we see this time Liquid, their other lanes are doing much better. Bulba 104, so he's getting a good deal of gold. 18 for 1 versus 58 for 9, so Clockwork by no means is winning this bottom lane, but you don't really lane Clockwork in the hard lane to win. You lane him to survive and to get to that level 6, and even though he's been botching a couple of hook shots, hey, it's been effective enough. Korok 29 for 4 versus the Batriders 29 for 6, so this time Korok staying toe-to-toe with the Batrider, and that'll be absolutely huge, because last time Liquid, their tri-lane won, technically, but their other lanes lost by a huge margin. This time their tri-lane won, and their other lanes are at least keeping even. If we take the bottom lane and the mid lane. And their top lane is winning by an even larger margin. So Liquid, they're looking pretty good this game. Already with a 12-3 advantage. Gold experience should be in favor of them. TC and IX Mike going to walk right by a sentry, an observer ward, but they're smoked up. TC going to find the Reality Rift onto Go Black for that tether mini stun. And 3 seconds onto Go Black. He is going to drop. No Nightmare Denial this time. Funnick is around. Oh, now Liquid know that he's here. But they do not have any True Sight, so you can't actually do anything about that. Do they have any True Sight? No, they're going to have to pick up some True Sight soon. They have a lot of smokes, actually. That's like the 3rd smoke they used, and even more are available. Blow Brain going to get Reality Rift back in for that tether once again. 3-second stun. Blow Brain is going to drop. Not yet level 6.
Silence.
Wow, TC and IX Mike. This is the difference that the Wisp makes. Oh, he actually does have some dust. Popped it off a little bit prematurely before.
Bad shape.
Now they're going to go once again. They have a lot of mana once again. 2-second stun, and wow, Scandal didn't stand a chance. Even Dream Coil being used a little bit unnecessary, I think. Korok, come on. But this Wisp giving TC so much mobility, getting close for that Reality Rift, which already has a pretty huge cast range. And really, Empire, they don't have the levels to combat this. They need the Fiend Script, they need the Global Silence, they need the Batrider to be quick on the Flaming Lasso, and they need more people. They're getting caught out one at a time. That just lets Liquid get kill after kill after kill. Go Black letting his position be revealed just a little bit. Keep an eye on IX Mike for that relocate. They know that the Cupid Light's up there, so they could get a kill if they relocate on top of him. Funnick going to go for a little bit of aggression. He's going to open up onto Korok. Korok should have enough to get rid of this. Clinks, and here comes the initiation. The dust is up. Reality Rifting. Funnick back. Even the Bone Clinks is not safe, as he's going to be the next one to drop. TC, what is he at? 3-2-10, going for an armlet. Huge, huge damage. Lockdown even, coming from Liquid. I said in the draft that both teams have pretty good stuns. But the pick of Clinks as well as Silencer mean that Empire, well, they don't have any more stuns. They have 2 stuns. One's the Fiend's Grip, and one's the Lasso. And I guess they have Mana Leak, but, you know, no one ever actually uses Mana Leak. This is allowing TC and IX Mike to get in and get out with impunity. And really, Empire, what they need to do is get this level 6 onto Blur Brain. Because right now, he is getting absolutely stomped. 0-4-2 versus level 8 CK. Even level 7 on the Windrunner. Support Windrunner is a higher level than the primary carry of the other team. And now Scandal in a little bit of trouble. The mobility from Tether will allow TC to find that time to get that Reality Rift in. 3-second stun to boot. And Funnick to try to do as much damage as he can. TC taking a little bit of damage, but really, that's like 3 heroes beating on him, and he has not taken much damage at all. The Wisp going to bottle TC back up, and he's going to be just fine. Might have to go back to the base, actually, but he does now have Bulba to support him. Although Bulba might be in a little bit of trouble. Once again, it's really hard to kill this Clockwork. They do not have the Fiend Script. They have no way of locking this Clockwork down. And with Power Cogs, it's hard to get around him. It's hard to, it's just all hard to do. Fluff and Stuff taking some damage from Funnick, but he's just going to Wind Run and teleport away. Good recognition there. Clinks is on his way to his Orchid, so Funnick will look to assassinate people, but Liquid, notorious for sticking together. And that's exactly what they've been doing for a good portion of this game. Bulba scouting out with the rest of the gank squad. It's going to be TC and IX Mike once again onto Blow Your Brain. Stun is going to happen onto a Silent, and that Battery Assault should do him in. Scandal coming in, going to get a lasso onto TC. Global Silence finally up, but the relocate is going to save him, actually. Clockwork's still on the front lines, doesn't have any more crowd control available to him for another 1 second. There it is. That relocate was actually very, very short, but it yanked them right out of range of the Batrider. Wisp taking some damage there, but still no one dying from Liquid as Empire continue to drop heroes. This game taking a much different tone from the last. Long range initiation once again. CK actually offering a little bit more crowd control than the Juggernaut of last. And he's doing just as much damage. Reality Rift plus Wisp Tether. It's a pretty sick combo, and IX Mike has been doing pretty well to survive through all of that. 509 on him. So we've been taking some kills. I think that whenever I see Wisp, he always has a ton of kills, or like no kills at all. Like 509 on a support hero, that's pretty good. And 405 on Windrunner, that's also pretty good. Unfortunately for Liquid, it's TC that's getting the shaft, because he's only 4-2-11. That should be like 15-2-0 right there. He would have his armlet done and everything, but hey, it's good to get those support heroes big. Arcane boots for everyone, even working towards a very, very quick mech on Fluff, who is mostly reliant on pulls, so it's those hero kills that's getting him the money. Korok does have 2,500 gold in his bank account. So he could pick up that Blink Dagger if he wants to. And Empire, well, they're hurting for cash. The person with the most gold is Funnick, but he doesn't yet have his Orchid. Blurry has absolutely nothing. He's going to go for a mech, but that isn't going to help you do damage. Silencer, he needs to be involved in kills in order to really be a threat, at least as a carry. Because that last word, yes, does do a lot of damage, but you're going to need a little bit more consistent damage. Batrider has absolutely nothing. He's level 8, so that's like not too bad. Funnick is level 10. The supports, of course, going absolutely raw. And I really shouldn't say that. I don't know why I said that. I've been watching too much Toby. My apologies. He's going for, you know, the nothing build. Patent pending. I am very impressionable. I shouldn't listen to other casters, then I'll start casting like other casters. And no one wants that. No one wants another anyone. One is enough, right? One is definitely enough. Empire, last game they had a good deal of map control. Liquid forced to stay in their base, but this time it's really Liquid with the map control. Every single one of their heroes has a long initiation. At least, you know, potential for long initiation. Bulba gonna go right in, but once again, botching the hook shot. Come on, Bulba. That's like, what, 3 in a row that you missed? Shame. Practice that clockwork, man, because that would have been an instant kill onto that Keeper of the Light. TC and Ix Mike, though, they're going to tether up, and is it going to be Roshan? No, it's going to be a journey to the enemy jungle. They're completely spotted out, however, so they should be fine. Batrider, though, can do some Firefly shenanigans, get himself out of there. TC and Ix Mike, they're just going to keep wandering around the jungle, but everyone from Empire is falling back. They spotted this out. No surprising them. Liquid are not going to make anything happen, at least this time, but this gank might actually work. The Sentry Ward is not going to spot this out. Funnick is going to get away just fine. Relocation to failure. Even dust being popped off. Funnick is miles away at this point. Is Ix Mike going to leave the CK up here? He should. But he's not. He's going to go right back into a pile of enemy heroes. TC taking some pretty heavy damage. He's going to pop off that Reality Rift, try to fight back. No, he's just going to run. The tether is going to give him a good deal of movement speed. 2 seconds stun, but it's too late. Ix Mike is already dead. TC should drop to this as well. Even with no stuns, they do have 3 stacks of that tar, and there it is. Blurry Brain getting a little bit more intelligence from that fight. The entire Empire side. That's what I said. You should have left TC up here. He could have brought down this tower a lot quicker. And, well, Empire were aware of that relocation, or where the relocation originated from, so a little bit of a mistake from Liquid, but of course there wasn't any real way of knowing. Rocket Flare power shot, and the creep wave is gone. Now the hero's starting to tank some damage, but that's a little bit too much damage for them. Fluff and Stuff can win run in, looking for a shackle. Is he going to find one? Going to throw it? No, it's going to be Bulba finally hitting that hook shot onto Blurry Brain, power shotting him through. There he goes. And Fiend's Grip onto Korok, but instantly stunned by that shackle, and Silent is going to drop as well to the Wisps. Bulba still on the front lines. Does he have his cogs? He doesn't have anything, actually. Using that tether movement speed, try to get close enough for the tether stun, but still it's a lot of damage going the way of Scandal. Illusory Orb. Korok trying to get closer for that Dream Coil, which he doesn't hit, but Clockwork, combined with Fluff's power shot, does pick up the kill. And now TC, he's not done. He hasn't had his share. But he's not going to get his share because Fluff and Stuff wants more kills. TC, what is the score at now? 4-3-12? More assists. Assist CK, man. Get him all the farm, get your assist heroes all the hero heads. And then everyone's happy. Liquid gonna push down this tier 2 tower. It's Silent on the front lines. You gotta be careful for the Shackle Shot, man. They do have Global Silence available to them, but oh no, Shackle Shot. Ooh, it's not gonna land actually. That looked like it should have landed to this tree. That would have been a kill on the Blurry Brain, guaranteed. He is way too soft right now. And perhaps Empire, realizing that Silencer possibly best left to Go Black as the more support-oriented role. You know, get Blurry Brain something like a Life Stealer. Get him something that needs farm. Get him a CK something. But Silencer is a little bit too soft as a carry hero. At least unless you get him very, very farmed. He does offer a little bit in the early game, but I don't know. He doesn't have the mobility of the Anti-Mage. He doesn't have the utility of a CK or a Life Stealer. He doesn't have the widespread damage of the Gyrocopter. He does have a lot of utility, so he's more of a utility-based hero. But is that enough to actually warrant him being picked up as a carry over the Gyro, CK? I don't know. I simply don't know. Wonder if Empire, if they lose this game, will decide to change it up and put Silencer in the mid lane. Lane him in all possible ways just to see what works. Because science, that's why. Funnick gonna find Fluff, gonna go 1v1, but Korok gonna blink right in. Is he gonna drop the Dream Coil for this one? It is not gonna be dropped. They don't have any True Sight on them, I don't believe. They do not. So Funnick gets to walk away. Windrunner with that mech. Didn't really take that much damage total. Yeah, he burned all of his items. But really, it's not such a big deal. Now we have a gem on IX Mike, so the map control is going to be confirmed to go the way of Liquid. IX Mike even killing a ward right before it times out, but Clinks is no longer safe to use his invisibility to escape. Now Puck gonna blink straight in, gonna get a Dream Coil onto Goldak as well as Scandal. Scandal gonna break that tether immediately. It takes some pretty sizable damage. Turn around for Korok, gonna look for that lasso, but it's too late. TC is here for the 3-second stun. And CK gets himself another kill. Not an assist, not stolen by IX Mike this time. But Korok does manage to survive, albeit barely. Top tower taking some damage from these searing arrows. Power shot gonna thin the creep wave once again, and relocate is it available. Silent. See a circle around, get a nightmare onto Fluff. Boiler Brain setting up with that last word. Pretty heavy damage onto Fluff. Silence for a little bit more, but here comes Gank Squad. TC as well as IX Mike gonna open up onto Funnick immediately. Where's the bolt? No, there's actually Global Silence. Funnick, not enough health to get out of there. The Wisp Spirits plus CK's right clicks. He's gonna kill Funnick. 7-25. Liquid just all over this game. Endless aggression coming out from them. Eul Scepter up from Puck. Armlet up on TC. Gem on the Wisp. And at this point, is there anything that Empire could do? I mean, using Global Silence to escape is all well and good and everything, but ideally you want to save it for a team fight. And now, Korok, is he going to go for a solo kill on the Boiler Brain? Link forward. Eul Scepter actually to open up, and here's the relocate coming in. It's TC and IX Mike once again going at Scandal. 4-second stun. Scandal, a little bit more than he bargained for, and Boiler Brain is like, peace, bro. Oh, is he going to be like Peace Bro, though? The Reality Rift is going to land. Silence, he doesn't care about no silence. 2 hits is going to do it. In the meantime, Clockwork picking up the Keeper of the Light in the bot lane by himself, and Silent in a little bit of trouble. Now he's going to stun TC. Instantly picked up by Korok. Now the tower on the top lane. Tier 2 going to drop. There's no way for Empire to defend this, especially when TC decides to use his Phantasm. Bulba gonna move up here. Does have his hook shot in 30 seconds. Used it to solo kill the Keeper of the Light, who's trying to go for a mech of his own, but mech is already very much so completed on the Windrunner, and now TC on the front lines looking for a Reality Rift. Empire, they can't defend this though. They need to, but they can't. If they go in, then TC is simply not gonna die. He doesn't even have his Phantasm, but he doesn't really care. Gonna go straight in for Silent. Huge hit, and he's just gonna walk right out of there. But now Fiend's Grip on TC, this could be their chance. Gonna flame break him to push him back into the tower. TC is going to drop. Does have nice Majesty charge, is not going to be enough. And 2 down. IX Mike even dropping in the background. Korok gonna blink in and get himself right out of there. Eul Scepter is available to him. Gonna miss the dodge. As Eul Scepter though, he does have the gem as well. Korok, you gotta run out of there, man. Illusory Orb going to fly, but he's silenced, and now Korok in a little bit of trouble, but Bulba is here to the rescue. He's going to get a stun onto Funnick, holding him out for just a little bit more, and now Korok using that Eul Scepter to dodge one blast, even the phase shift. Can he blink out of this? He is going to blink out and try to Illusory Orb out. He's going to make it to safety, relative safety, and he's going to die right now. He has no more cooldowns, no more nothing. He's going to get pushed back, and Korok is finally going to drop. Unfortunately, that blink not far enough. If he waited a little bit more, he would have gotten to the trees, and he might have been fine, but still Flame Break, Firefly. That Puck was very, very dead. Bulba on this top lane, looking like he wants to initiate onto someone, but he is once again going to whiff his ultimate. Liquid don't manage to take the tier 3s, but they drop a couple of deaths.
Dire might want to mine their top tower.
But still, they're very much so ahead. Global Silence now on this mid lane. Boiler Brain trying to save himself from this relocate. Silent gonna get a brain sap. TC is now free to do whatever he wants. Disarmed though. He can't actually do anything. But doesn't matter, because he is just gonna go drop right back into the fountain. Clinks in the meanwhile, top lane, destroying the top tier 1 tower. Funnick trapped in a cage with Bulba. Power shot. Rocket Flare to cancel that? No. Keeper is just gonna pull him back to the fountain. So they finally claim their first tier 1 tower. But they kind of don't have any tier 2 towers, so that is definitely not a good situation for them to be in. Looks like that final tier 2 tower is going to be the objective for Liquid. They're going to push this out. Just a simple, straightforward, straight push. Loving stuff in Bulba, pushing out the top lane in the meantime. Forcing Empire into the bot and top lanes. Just to keep them as weak as possible on all the fronts. Now both these heroes smoked up. If Bulba can land a hook shot, that could be a kill. We do see Funnick stalking TC as well as Ix Mike. This time no True Sight, at least no gem. They do have the dust, so if they figure out the Funnick is here, they could get a kill. But I don't believe they're aware of this. Silence is going to come around for a Fiend's Grip. He does have it available to him. Who's it going to be? It's going to be TC or Ix Mike. Nightmare onto the CK. And instantly canceled off by Ix Mike. He's going to go strong onto Silent. TC working him down. And now Funnick even has the Nightmare. But TC takes it for some reason. What is happening with this Nightmare? Ix Mike trying to survive. Does have a Ghost Scepter, so he'll be able to survive just a little bit longer. Bulba whiffing his hook shot once again. But it doesn't matter. This time he's going to get in range for the Cogs. Funnick trapped in there. But the dust actually ran out. He's going to be just fine. Love and Stuff has arrived as well, but Funnick gets to walk away from that one. And Bulba, what is that, like 25, 10%, something like that, percent chance of hookshot landing. So not really the most fantastic display as, as Puck picks up the keeper. No, pick up the silencer solo on the top lane. Wow, man. Wow.
Radiant's bottom tower.
But not exactly the most impressive display of hookshots, but still Bulba playing the hero okay, all things considered. He's getting the battery assault, he's getting the rocket flares correctly. Scouting out Golblack, and here comes initiation. TC gonna get a reality rift in for Golblack. Instantly nightmared, however, but there's the Phantasm. Golblack can take a 4-second stun. Keeper of the Light. You do not want to get that close. Old man on a horse doesn't really stand much of a chance versus this young, spry warrior on a death horse. Batrider is a sign of desperation, using that Firefly to create a wall of fire, but Liquid, they're not going to worry too much about that. Korok, in the meantime, wasn't involved in any of this. He was getting kills in the top lane. One Spirit going to reveal the positioning of Funnick, but already initiation Bulba is going to get lassoed back into the tier 3 towers. He should drop to this. Doesn't have anything left for him. TC going to get Fiend's Grip as Funnick assassinates Fluff. TC should drop as well. Ix Mike trying to relocate him out, but it's a little bit too late, and now Ix Mike is doomed to die as well. In the meantime, Korok taking the tier 3 towers. Liquid taking a 4v5 fight in exchange for a tier 3 tower. I'm not too sure if that's worth it. But now Korok does have a sizable chunk of gold, and the Wisp, of course, demolished as he returns back to that bot lane. I feel like that's not really worth it. If Korok was there, that would have been an extra silence. That would have been a Dream Coil available to Team Liquid.
Silence.
But instead, they drop a couple kills. Windrunner getting assassinated by Funnick. Does have that Orchid as well as a BKB, so now Funnick could actually do a little bit of work this game. He's already been doing, the most work on Empire, but he's stalking Korok. You could silence this Puck, but he still does have Eul Scepter as well as the Blink Dagger. So good luck actually getting a kill. Fluff gonna get a power shot into Funnick. Funnick, you gotta watch out, you're taking way too much damage. He's gonna get silenced, he's gonna reveal himself. There's the Eul Cyclone as Korok is just gonna get the hell out of there. Fluff looking for something. Dust? Is there dust? There's nothing. I think, yeah, only the Wisp has True Sight. So Funnick's gonna get out of there. No harm, no foul. Now we see Empire getting a couple of items from that. So a little bit of a skirmish down on the bot lane. Blink Dagger is up on the Batrider, so he could initiate now. Keeper of the Light with an Urn as well as a mech. And Funnick, of course, with that BKB. Bloyer Brain, however, he has 16 intelligence stolen, which is not bad. That's a lot of extra damage. But he's going straight Vit Booster into a Staff of Wizardry. Could that be a Rod of Atos? I do believe that's what we have in store. He really needs that HP. We saw last game, Golblack just went pure tank silencer, and that worked out well enough. He did end up doing a lot of damage. But at the same time, he was involved in a lot of kills, so his intelligence was pretty high. Bot tier 1 tower, soloed by Funnick. As all of Liquid protecting TC's farm. TC just needs to get his BKB. Once he gets that, then Liquid are going to go on a warpath. Roshan is still up, has been relatively undisturbed this entire game. That's what Liquid are waiting for. They want the CK to get the BKB. But even when he gets that, it's going to be up against a Lasso as well as a Fiend's Grip.
And it's off.
I'm pretty sure Liquid... Well, I don't know what Korok is actually with them. Usually you want to have the CK as well as the Wisp on one lane, and then the other 3 heroes doing something else, being aggressive, pushing a lane, something like that. Because then you know that the Wisp CK can get right into that fight. Looks like Korok just gonna settle for a little bit of farm. Relocate down to bot lane. Bulba pops BKB, trying to teleport out of there. Is enough damage? There's not. A relocate used in exchange for the 10-second BKB charge. I think Liquid are gonna be okay with that trade. Relocate is gonna be up in another minute. He's actually gonna use that to taxi TC down to the bot lane. So it's gonna be the Wisp and Korok on the top. Just pushing that top lane. Bulba actually gonna fall back. Liquid seem a little bit scattered at this point. And they still have a firm lead on this game, don't get me wrong. That's 10,000 gold and 5,000 experience. Funnick's starting to get pretty big. We go for a broadsword. Is that blade mail? I don't. Let's take a look. Broadsword. Oh, it's gonna be crit, of course. What the hell am I smoking? Funnick once again stalking a victim. Gonna take another illusory orb because why not? Clink's looking to do some damage. And he's really the only chance that Empire has for damage at this point. Global Silence is going to be the only thing, well, I guess in addition to Last Word, that the Silencer has to offer. His damage is not nearly as high as Funnick. And that's why Empire like to run this strategy, because pretty much guarantees you have two heroes that have farm, unless of course disaster happens on the hard lane. But now Liquid, they do have a BKB flying out to them. Once again, Korok doing his own thing. While the rest of the team thinking about Roshan. They have eyes around relocate. I heard it. No, it's just the Wisp. There's the hook shot. What? Bulba, why? Well, they end up popping the silence right away. TC taking some heavy damage though. He's gonna get forced out of that, popping off the BKB. Gonna use Phantasm as well, but Funnick just standing his ground. TC armlet toggling is going to make it out alive. Funnick takes some pretty heavy damage from the illusions. Gonna get trapped in the cage with Bulba. TC still alive. Armlet toggling once again is going to survive. Oh my lord, that was a good play by him. But Wisp is now on the run. IX Mike should drop to the 3 stacks of tar. Shackle Shot and Silence as well as Go Black. And here comes Korok. Can get all of his spells down onto Go Black. He's going to be the first one to drop. Filling Break coming in once again. Fluff and Stuff trying to fight out with the Bat Rider. TC still alive. Miraculously. He even took a full charged Illuminate to the face and didn't even care. Shrugged it off with that armlet. But now this push from Liquid, it has to end. The fight wasn't there. I don't exactly know when Korok got to that fight. Initiation started off and TC took a heavy amount of damage from this Clinks. Even through that BKB, he did get his Phantasm off, but it just simply wasn't enough. Silent might be in a little bit of trouble. Korok with an invisibility rune, sneaky. They kill off this Bane Elemental before he gets his Brain Sap off. That could be a very good pickup for Liquid. That could give them an opening to push in. 3 seconds time, the relocate will be up. Korok, is he going to do it? Here comes the Rocket Flare. A little bit of damage. There's the relocate. Korok can open up with the silence. Fluff and Stuff gonna get the shackle. And Bane Elemental very dead. And with that, they're gonna go straight towards Roshan. Wisp, unfortunately, not gonna be there for that overcharge, but he should be there shortly. No, he's gonna go all the way back to the fountain, actually. But regardless, without that Bane Elemental, it should be safe for Liquid to pick up this Roshan. Bulba taking some heavy damage. They don't really have the best hero to tank this up. They do have a bottle. They do have some pretty heavy damage. And they have Empire, who are not willing to contest this. Or not able. So this is going to be an Aegis for TC. He'd be even more aggressive as he dives in. I don't think they're going to put it on Bulba, but it's definitely going to be TC. Now the overcharge from IX Mike. You can see CK hitting very hard, very fast. Looks like the objective is going to be the mid lane for Liquid. Except for Bulba, who has his own things to do. I feel like Liquid should just group up in the mid lane and just demolish that. It looks like Korok, he's going hunting by himself. He does have a sheep stick now, so if he finds anyone, they're pretty dead. Rocket Flare scouting out as well. The Keeper of the Light posing some problems for Liquid as they want to push, but simply can't against those horses. So Liquid, what they're probably going to do is just try to get a little bit more map control. Top lane is being pushed in, bot lane being pushed in, mid lane being pushed in. What they want to do is just wait it out until they find a target to relocate onto. Get that pick off and then make a push. Of course, everyone for Empire in this time is simply going to be farming up. There's a Rocket Flare to scout. Fluff way too far away from this fight. You can use that smoke to get a little bit closer, and he does have a gem as well. So Funnick, although he has a BKB, he won't be able to rely on his skeleton walk to escape. TC and Wisp on this hard lane. There's initiation from Korok, gonna jump straight in with Bulba, gonna go for Funnick. Funnick, is he gonna drop before this mech pop off? And Funnick is going to live, at least for the moment. No, he's gonna die to the cogs. Dream Coil onto all four. TC is tethered up, but he doesn't care. He's gonna get a 2-second stun onto the Bat Ride. He's gonna follow up with the kill. Bully Rain trying to get the kill onto Puck, but the crits is gonna be too much damage. There's the GG call from Empire. Liquid with the initiation from Clockwork. Who would have thought, right? Clockwork finally landing a hook shot, and hell, that was a very, very good one. Opened up, instantly took out the main source of damage, which was the Clinks. That's going to be it, guys. Liquid tie it up 1-1 from the Premier League Season 4. This game is going to go on to a game number 3, where hopefully Silencer will be landing in the mid lane, because science. That's why. So I'm just going to speed this up just a little bit, because Liquid actually aren't playing up against anyone. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this, then like, subscribe. If you didn't, then, well, let me know what I can do in the future, so you guys could get better content. I'm all about providing that, and for some reason the score screen didn't pop up. I'm okay with that as well. I believe that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. GG.